Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. There's plenty to talk about this week, so let's jump right into it. Checked out, Terrence, you watched Lift with Kevin Hart. That's a heist movie, yes?
Yeah, it's a heist movie. It's a new movie on Netflix. Came out Friday night. This movie was written by AI.
You don't know that.
Like I'm pretty sure it was written by AI because if you've seen a heist movie, you know what's going to happen in this movie. You just know what's going to happen. It's directed by F. Gary Gray, which I'm a little sad about because it looked fine, right? It looked fine. Performances were fine to not, look, this movie is a movie that, look, I don't know what to tell you about this movie. Like, it's incredibly forgettable.
This is a pretty
Kevin
good
Hart,
cast, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, the cast is pretty solid, but, like, they didn't give them, they didn't get a lot to do. Kevin Hart is not telling jokes. He's being his, serious, too cool for school self. And it really irritated the fuck out of me, right? Like, when he's trying to be, really cool, he's not making jokes. He's throwing out one-liners to this chick that he's trying to... They had this fling, 5 years ago, whatever bullshit. And, spoiler alert, they end up falling in love at the end of the movie. Yeah, he pissed me off in this movie. He made me very angry because his acting was just like, come on, nigga, you're not that cool. Like, knock it off. Stop it. It was forced. It was like he was trying way too hard to be cool, and it just wasn't working. And he's really short and just weird. I hated this movie. That's like I watched it. I finished it, but I was like, yo, this movie's fucking terrible. It looks fine because F. Gary Gray directed it, but overall, it's just like that fucking Made It Heart of Stone shit. These are movies that were written by AI, and they just got a big budget to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And you'll forget it tomorrow. You'll forget it the next day. I don't remember what the fuck happened. I remember they stole an NFT in the beginning of the movie, first of all.
Okay.
I was like,
on a floppy disk? Like, who cares? Sorry, money.
And then they had to steal $600 million in gold. And they had this wild fucking convoluted scheme to do it with a plane. Fuck that movie. It's not good.
Yeah, 1.5. 1.5. Wow. All right, so let me text Micah's wife right now and make sure.
She asked, do you want to see this? And I said, I don't, but if there's nothing else to watch, I'll watch it with you. And
there's plenty to watch.
Thankfully, there are other things out right now that are
there's
way
a lot
more
to watch.
interesting.
Have you started Monarch yet? You have Apple Plus.
You should, man. It's really good.
That's 10 episodes.
Is it?
10 hours.
Yo, it's really good.
It's kind of long. I mean, they're all an hour apiece, but it's pretty good.
That's not a problem. I just all right. Maybe I can convince her. There's this new Hulu show that's a murder mystery that just came out, and now that Fargo's over, it's like Death and Other Things or something like that.
I just saw that advertised. Yeah.
Yeah, she watched the first episode and was like, "You got to watch this so we can watch it together." And I'm like, "All right, I like murder mysteries because I'm old, so I'll probably watch that now that Fargo is over."
Did y'all finish Fargo?
Oh yeah, but Fargo was appointment TV, man. Tuesday at fucking at 10 o'clock. Like, this what we don't.
What? I'm sorry. What day was
Tuesday?
Tuesday. Do you want me to spell it for you? TEWSDEE.
I was like, that Baltimore accent came right the fuck out too. God damn. Like, what day? And look, I am, I'm much like the Joker. I'm a man of my word. I did just text you and your wife to ask you, have you guys watched that new Kevin Hart movie?
Shut the fuck. Yo, you an asshole.
I might find it more enjoyable than I did, but I was just like, yo, this is This is just.
I doubt it. I doubt I will find it more enjoyable than you did. I really.
She might.
She definitely will.
Yeah, she might like
definitely will. Look, well, no, I'll save that. I'll save that story. I'll save that story.
Damn, dude. That's some traitorous shit. Your wife just responded and said, "I started to watch it. I fell asleep halfway through. LOL."
Damn.
Well, shit, nigga. That's all.
That's all you need.
You know what?
Your wife fell asleep.
You're welcome. Look at that. Look at that. It's just I saved you. That was my plan all along, right? That's fucking hilarious. She was like, "Nah, I'm out." That's fine.
Nah, it's terrible, man. Like it's not good. It's just a waste of. It was a waste of money. It's just a passion project. Like they just doing these fucking movies for Netflix. It's like Red Notice.
Heart of Stone.
Yeah. All that shit is just Netflix movies,
yo. Like they all look, they all have the same look, which is really weird because like you're hiring different directors and DPs and shit, but they all have the same look and they all feature the same like one big star and then like a couple of B-listers, and then it like these are just like payday. These are payday movies.
At any point, and this is just a guess. This is just a guess. At any point, did Cyrus? His name is Cyrus.
Cyrus Whitaker, I believe, is his name.
Okay,
that's Kevin Hart's name. Cyrus.
He's a master thief.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because he can just walk right under the lasers. At any point, did Cyrus talk about or drink a special tequila, perhaps the one that Kevin Hart owns? I wonder.
Maybe,
probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
Does he own a tequila? Like, if he did have a drink, I don't know if it was his.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, but this is like a pretty decent cast for a shitty movie, right? Gugu Mbatha Raw is in it. Mm-hmm. Vincent D'Onofrio, Billy.
He was in it for like 5 minutes.
Oh, good for him, actually.
Playing a master of disguise.
Oh my god! All right, Billy Magnuson.
That was all right. He was the master of disguise.
They
also had titles. They had title cards in their titles.
Oh god!
Because of course you do.
Jacob Batalon, genre.
Yeah, he was the NFT guy. He was the dude that created the NFT that they sold for $60 million. I remember a lot of the movie, but I still, because it was just so ridiculous, there was just key points. I'm like, it's an NFT. It's 2024. Like, no one's gonna go in an auction house to buy an NFT. Don't do that. But anyway,
Sam Worthington. So, all right, yeah,
an Interpol agent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip it.
Skip. Yeah, it's terrible.
All right, you also watched the new version of The Color Purple, Because Black. What did you think?
Sure. It's fine. Like if that's got a fucking
better than 1985.
I'd have to rewatch the.
The answer is no. The answer is 100% no.
I don't know. I don't know that. Like I don't know. Oh, that movie was up for like a bunch of Oscars, didn't it?
Yes, it was.
Which is kind of fucked up, but yeah, I'd have to rewatch the original because I don't really remember a lot. I know the performances were good. The performances weren't that bad in this movie, honestly. Like this had a fucking star-studded cast. Also, look about Lift's cast. This cast had everybody in this motherfucker, and everybody was fine. But like, you got to understand that this is a musical, and the movie's 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
Oh,
2:10?
Okay,
something like that.
For a musical, ooh, that's pushing my limits. Like I can't do all that singing and dancing and carrying on.
The good thing about not having to see it in the movie theater, I have a fast forward button.
We're singing and
so when it was like a musical that I was just like, I don't give a fuck about. Like the first musical number, was a gospel musical. And I was like, skip. I just knocked off 3 minutes there. Then there was like 2 or 3 other songs that I knocked off.
I can't stand gospel music. I really don't.
But I'm the bad guy. Man. I'm the bad guy.
I don't go to church for all that fucking hooting and hollering, yo. Like that shit is ridiculous. It is, yo. It is. All that running up and down the aisles and shit. That's just real look at me shit. That's look at me shit. Nah, yo.
Wow.
Nah.
Wow. Let me say to you what you say to me. You really hate religion, don't you? You really hate
I hate that. I hate performative religion. I do. Get the fuck out of here.
I agree.
That shit should be. Shit should be to you.
You can knock out, like, if you don't like want to listen to the musicals, the musical numbers, you can knock off like 10, 15 minutes. So yeah, it was really like 2 hours instead of 220. I can't remember how was it 220? It was something like that. It was pretty long. So 141 minutes.
I'm curious. How was Fantasia?
She was good. She was actually very good. I was shocked because I've never seen her act in anything.
Yeah, that's
she surprised me. Yeah, she actually really surprised me. She was really good. Taraji P. Henson, she's always good. Like, this was like light work for her. What's her name? The other chick from Orange Is the New Black, Danielle Brooks, can sing her ass off. Didn't know that. And she was very good also. Corey Hawkins was in this. He's a great singer because he was on Broadway.
Yeah. Coleman Domingo.
No, the performances are really good. Fantasia. Who else was in there? Deion Cole was in there for a little bit. Coleman Domingo. Yeah, he plays. What's her name? I forgot the name.
Alfonso.
Ceely's not husband. Her father in the beginning of the movie. I will say that the performances are very good, but if you're not a musical person, you can skip them. But it was fine. Like, I didn't hate it. Like I said,
was Coleman Domingo's character, was he really despicable in this? Like, or did he play it like pretty well? Because Mister is a really despicable piece of shit. He's
a despicable character, but he didn't. I remember Danny Glover being just a piece of shit, and that performance probably carried it with it. He probably carried the performance with him for a couple years after that. But no, Coleman Domingo was despicable, but like he's still kind of like charming,
Yeah,
he's Domingo. Yeah, he's charming. So it's kind of like he's a charming piece of shit, and you do hate him in the movie, but it's Coleman Domingo.
All right,
but no, it's pretty good. Like, it's fine. I don't know, man. If it wasn't a musical, I think I would like it a little bit more. I didn't. Yeah. It was some of the songs I just skipped. Some of the songs I liked, but most of them I skipped. So I knocked off about 15 minutes.
Okay. It did not do very well in the box office, which is I guess a little surprising for me. But
the first weekend it did surprisingly well for that weekend.
Yeah. I believe it knocked like Aquaman out. Like,
yeah.
Which was wild. But all right, cool. Yeah. I'll at some point, perhaps maybe I will
and I think from what I heard is this movie is closer to the actual book than the 85 movie.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spielberg actually is a co-producer on this too.
Yeah.
Who obviously directed the original. I've never read the book, but people say it's quite great.
So the whole lesbian relationship situation that everybody was like, oh, they trying to push an agenda. No, that was in the book.
Yeah, what's that dumb nigga?
What's his name?
I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I had to take my daughter out of it because they trying to push an agenda. Like, all right, yo.
The book came out in like the 70s, or like, what are you talking about?
Like, it came out like 81 or some shit like that. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, like, before that scene, Celia was getting her ass kicked the whole movie. So.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Fine. Yeah, the message violence is fine, but like two chicks,
Yeah, that's where the real
comfort with each other. Yeah, fucking clown. I think it's a clown, yeah.
He is. I don't know why people put that guy on TV. That's amazing. All right, let's talk about True Detective Night Country. All three of us watched the first episode, which was, in my opinion, a nice return to form from the first season. This season, obviously, starring Jodie Foster, Kali Reese, Fiona Shaw, Finn Bennett, Isabella Starr LeBlanc, and John Hawkes. It's always nice to see John Hawkes in a movie. He's great in everything, incidentally. But, I liked it. It has a very creepy vibe. I find the whole Alaska at like perpetual darkness type shit just immediately creeps me the fuck out. Like, hey, come to Alaska. I'll come.
It's
when
very
the sun's
uncomfortable.
Out. I'll come when the sun's out. I ain't coming up there. Enjoy the 12 weeks a night. No thanks. I'm good. I don't need it. But it immediately creates a creepy atmosphere, just like that, like hyper rural fucking bayou part of Louisiana that the first one was in. Like, just immediately gave a creepy vibe to everything, and this does too. And I think location matters quite a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. The sort of end reveal, we're not going to spoil anything, but sort of the end reveal was really fucked up, and that's exactly what I want in a True Detective TV show. Like, that's what I come for. I come for the weird. So yeah, I'm digging it so far.
I've seen a bunch of not a bunch, but I've seen a few people, like, articles. One of them was like from Forbes, where people were like, is True Detective supernatural now? And I'm like, now?
Hasn't it always been a little weird?
It's always been a little weird, right? Like, I know there was like a cult or something in the first one, but didn't they worship like a sun god or a moon king or some shit?
Yeah. There's always like this weird element of like cultish like nonsense.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I think people are kind of the thing that Fiona Shaw was following. I took that as something she saw in her mind.
Yes.
And but everyone else is like,
come on.
Everyone else is like, who you gonna call, right? Like,
media literacy is at an all-time low. Yo,
like,
come on, yo.
Like, this nigga's sitting out there in a fucking windbreaker and with no shoes on, in the middle of Alaska, walking around.
Well, spoiler alert. They think it's a ghost, right? Like, they think she's following a ghost.
It's like her son, right? Isn't it her son?
Yeah, I think it's her son, and
dead son.
Right, and I think she's seeing this in her mind, guys. Like I don't necessarily.
Y'all can't be that dumb, yo. Come on, yo.
There's a lot of people that think it's a ghost, and I'm like,
there's a goblin
I can understand
in the second episode. Come on, yo.
Yeah, it led her to something, but but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, she her character kind of strikes me as a little crazy. So, I thought that was in her mind. But no, I dig it. You're right. The setting is really like doing it for me. Like, it's such a weird thing that naturally occurs. You know what I mean? The 30 Days of Night or whatever it's called. And
that was a horror movie.
That was a horror movie based off of a comic book.
Yes.
And yeah, he died at the end, spoiler. And he but no, this is really good, man. I think the most supernatural thing about it is that Jodie Foster has a daughter. Okay. You expect me to believe that this character has sex with a man? Come on, yeah. Come on, man. I think it's like an adopted daughter or something like that.
That's really funny.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the most supernatural thing about it to me. Other than that, yeah, man, this is good. After we watched it, they play this season on True Detective, and we were sitting there watching it with the lights out, and my wife was like, "Oh no, we might have to watch this during the day because I know it was going to be a horror movie." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Dude,
absolutely not.
It doesn't look horrific, right? Like, just But yeah, man, this looks really good. This has people were also saying, well, it reminds me too much of The Thing. Well, guess what, guys? The Thing is a phenomenal movie. In terms of paranoia horror, it's the pinnacle. So if you're going to steal from someone, steal from the best, guys.
Right. Again,
Thing was amazing. Really
again,
I just watched it last night. I mean, last year for the first time. ever.
It's an amazing movie. It really is.
No, I tried to watch a thing, got to the first practical monster, and I was like, I'm too much of a bitch to watch this, and I just turned it off. I was like, this is very good. It's intriguing. I'm scared, and I don't want to be alone tonight. Yeah, no thanks. Look, if you're comparing it to The Thing, what I would make the argument is you're only comparing it to The Thing because of the location.
Because it's on a lab.
That's it. It's on a lab. It's like a research lab, and it's cold out. Come on, yo. You got, again, media literacy is at an all-time low. Yo, you can't do that. You gotta do
it gave
that.
Me a just a weirdness of it with the whole like her seeing that her dead son or whatever the hell. Gave me like a Twin Peaks vibe.
I can see that.
I
can see that, yeah.
From the early 90s. Remember Northern Exposure? That also took place in Alaska.
I do remember Northern Exposure.
I
used to watch that
one. Wasn't that your jam, Micah? Didn't you fuck with Northern Exposure?
I used to watch it. I used to fall asleep watching that show. I watched it. Yeah. The New York Jewish lawyer going to Alaska for some dumb reason. Like, yeah.
Was he a lawyer? I thought he was a doctor.
It was a doctor.
Doctor. Oh, okay.
Wow.
One or the other.
Wow.
You're right. It's heads or tails, guys. It's the same coin.
Right. Was he also a dentist or perhaps an accountant? Micah doesn't remember. He just doesn't remember. It could be any of those professions. His mother was very proud of him. Yeah, like I think the location is key. And I think that's what season 2 and season 3 just kind of missed. They thought like the atmosphere in general would work. Just it's a true detective story. Nah, yo, being in a weird environment just immediately pulls you into like, oh, what's gonna fucking happen? Even when shit doesn't happen, you're still kind of creeped out. And like that's what super works. Because they do an interesting sort of time jump where it's like everybody's in the snow station and doing research or whatever, and then all of a sudden shit's gone left, and you're like, oh wait, like that was fast, and you're just like, boom, you're right into the story, which I think that sort of jarring change worked really well. But yeah, I'm digging it. HBO's got a lot of bangers coming this year. Like this is I think probably one of maybe 4 shows that look like they're going to just be capturing the zeitgeist pretty heavily for them. So that's great. Good. David Zaslav.
And I also like Callie Reeks.
I mean, your eyes work, so yeah.
I mean,
we were talking about it before you connected. We were like,
oh, okay,
yeah, exactly, yeah, that's
yeah. She's a boxer. I looked her up once I saw her. Once you realize, oh, that uniform is not doing anybody any favors here. No, not
that
at all.
Dude was.
And this is her third. This is
her third role.
Third role.
It's a pretty big role to grab, man.
Right, she's been acting since 2021.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, not that long. It's kind of wild that she got a fucking HBO show on her third role. It's impressive. She's pretty good so far. Like this. And
I thought her and Foster were good. Like they. Yeah. I like that they have, unlike because look, I don't give a shit about season 2 and season 3 of True Detective. Like as far as I'm concerned, it was season 1 and then this one. That's it. But what's interesting is like I like that they have a relationship before the show starts. Right? They have history, and so they're kind of referencing back into this case that they both were involved in and stuff like that. That's interesting. That just like gives the characters layers that a lot of times don't exist in movies and TV shows. So, yeah, that's dope. So far, so good. All right, Micah, topics this week. Take it away.
The next Fast and Furious film is Vin Diesel's last ride as Daredevil, according to a new report. Wow. Jeff Snyder reports via the Insider that the longtime star who has steered the Fast franchise, the Insider, because his name is Jeff Snyder.
Clever.
Get it? The longtime star who has steered the Fast franchise as a producer since 2009 will return for the Back to Basics sequel for basically they're going to cut out the nonsense. It's late, guys. I'm tired. The Lean and Mean Fast 11 is reportedly described as a throwback to the original film, and will focus on one big heist or one race rather than a globe-trotting adventure for the Fast family. One last job for Vin Diesel's Toretto. This guy also reports that the final Fast installment may opt for a new villain rather than bring back Jason Momoa, because why bring back the best part of your silly fucking movie? It's going to be weird because the last entry ended on a cliffhanger as Dante, Jason Momoa's character, trapped Dom and his son, little Brian, for some dumb fucking reason instead of naming him Paul.
Your homeboy's not dead, nigga.
Died. Right.
Like,
again,
homeboy's
that would
still
be
alive.
that would be like me naming my two sons Jay and Terrence. That's weird.
It'll be super weird.
It's so weird.
Like,
what?
Why? Though? Why? No,
This is my biggest pet peeve of this franchise.
That's an homage to y'all. Like, nigga, I'm still alive. Yo. Don't do that.
Like, don't do that. I wouldn't like that shit at all. I'm like, nigga, don't name your child after me, nigga.
Nah, that's weird, yo. That's super weird. That's super fucking strange to me.
He trapped. It
makes it sound like your wife cheated on you. Yo. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Right? This is crazy. Yo. This is crazy. Super fucking weird.
They're so stupid.
So the thing ended with a cliffhanger, right? So
yeah, he trapped him in the fucking dam. He blew up the dam, and they were underwater.
No, they weren't underwater. They were driving down, and they were just like,
they took Robbie Reyes' Ghost Rider car and they drove down the fucking dam.
Yeah, you trust me? I don't, Dad. What are we doing right now? What the fuck, man? Stupid movies. Yeah, I mean, look, that's fine. But I'll be honest. Don't want it. I don't want it. Look, we've had 10 of these movies, and they have gotten progressively dumber and more outlandish. I don't want a Back to Basics movie. Why am I going from saving the Vatican from a giant flaming death ball in the last movie to let's go steal some DVD players? No, fuck that. No, we go into space, my nigga. Like, get back up there. Like, that's the whole point, is that it's ever increasing stupidity. Now, you could say, well, the last movie was really dumb. Cool. Write a better movie. Write a better movie, dude. Like, bring John Cena back, right? Figure it out. I didn't see a body. Bring him back.
Right.
You just see a body because it was incinerated.
It didn't.
Yeah, yo. He did a rocket.
I was reading this. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I was reading this all wrong. There is that part 2 coming out besides this one. I forgot.
So here's the thing. Part 2 is 11, right? That's the article it seems weird. At least this is how I read it. I think 11
10.5. 10.5 is going to be the Rock's movie.
11 is is going to be the last one. Fast 11 is going to be the final movie. So whatever's coming before 11 is like 10 and a half. Whatever.
Right, but there is
apparently,
but I think
Dominic
part 2 is just
be in that one.
Yes. So that's basically a Hobbs and Shaw or Hobbs by himself movie. Then 11,
Fighting
11 is the final, but I think 11 is technically just Fast X Part 2. I think that's how I'm reading it.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is in this Hobbs and Shaw movie, Hobbs and Shaw Part 2, they're going to kill off Jason Momoa, right?
Jason Momoa.
Because they're going to kill him off, and then Reacher is going to be the bad guy in Fast 11, I guess.
Which from a popularity standpoint makes sense, right? Alan Richardson is super popular now. People know him from that show, and you could boost up his character and let him do his thing. He looks
but anybody following Jason Momoa's Dante got some big ass shoes to fill. Got some big gay shoes to fill, because it's not.
He was the best.
That character was amazing. That character was amazing. What if Fast and the Furious created the Joker, guys? I mean, come on, man. That character was amazing. And like that character was so good, it might get me to see this Hobbs movie, man.
Yeah.
And
it will. For me, it will. If he's going to be the villain of that, sure. And like let that dude cut loose cuz he was fun.
Man.
It was actually fun. By the way, proving that like that dude could definitely do Lobo with probably little to no effort.
I mean, look, yo, he's been doing Lobo his whole fucking life. You know when he wasn't doing the Lobo? When he was in Game of Thrones. That's the only time that dude's not doing Lobo.
Yeah. So, look, it's fine. But I hope this is not so back to basics that it doesn't, it goes against what the franchise has become. Like, if you want to back to basics, don't go to Fast and the Furious 1. Go to 6. Go back to 6. 6 was the golden point. That was the golden point. It's the best one. Yeah. Give me that.
Look, man.
Highways, tanks, and all that shit. That's what I want.
Just make 10 part 2 or 11, whatever you want to call it. Do your outlandish shit. And then if you want to go back to basics, guess what? It's called reboots. Like, just reboot the franchise into something that is a little more car heavy or whatever, right?
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Of course, nobody wants that. But it's you can keep the brand going with new characters. You can be the executive producer because that's where the fucking money is. Yeah. And then when your ego is feeling low, you can pop in and be like, hey, there's this legendary street racer. His name is Dom, and then you can just show up and for a day and like get your ego stroked. You could be the final boss for your new franchise, for your rebooted franchise. But don't reboot now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like,
right, where are the Transformers? Where is Godzilla? These are things we've been promised for a fucking decade and a half. Get out of here. Let's go. Put it all in. Put it all in.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real disappointed. I'm gonna be real. This would be the biggest ball drop I've ever seen if they just are like, well, we live our lives a quarter mile at a time. So, little Bry, and then they came up with Bry, little Bry, go and sit over there because we got a race, right? Like.
Yeah, if this ends in a race at Race Wars, I'm gonna be fucking furious. Get out of here.
Yeah, yo.
No pun intended.
Reboot the franchise with Little Bry, have him officially change his name to Paul, and go from there.
Yeah, I'm actually, you know what? That's not bad. A time jump after this is all done. A time jump to him being like 20 years old. And then you can continue the franchise. You don't have to reboot it, but just continue the franchise.
Yeah, that's when you can go back to basics.
Yeah, do that.
Back to basics now. What the fuck?
I mean, I saw people online. They're like, they need to go back to Tokyo Drift and stuff like that. I'm like, listen. It's too late for that. We've been to space, okay? Like, we're over that racing on the street. Nigga, we on the moon. Knock it off. Like, nobody wants to see that. They're dropping cars out of airplanes and have them drive down mountains. We don't have time to go back to Japan. Knock it off. That's not interesting enough. People don't go to these movies for logic and reason. They go for insanity. And also seeing Vin Diesel cry in the last movie, which people literally guffawed laughing. That's crazy.
Laughing at it, yo. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
So good.
That's a
motherfuckers have those two had the chemistry of estranged siblings, and they try to have a fucking sexy. Get out of here, man!
That shit was disgusting.
I believe
that was actually disgusting.
I you know what? Going back to earlier, I believe that Letty and Jodie Foster's character have a better chance of being together than her and Dom. Knock it off. You can literally watch silly. Michelle Rodriguez recoil when she's like, man,
the most unbelievable shit I've ever seen in a fucking Fast and Furious movie. Their fucking relationship, that's nuts. Niggas.
That's where the real stunt work takes place. Get the fuck
right.
Here.
Like, could somebody bring a stud in here for Michelle so we can get this sex scene going?
There
Jesus
is zero
Christ.
chemistry. I love it. It's the funniest thing. It's like, I love you. She's like, yes, I too find you attractive as a man. It's like, get the fuck out of here. She doesn't want to be there either. Can't blame her. All right, next up.
If you had to guess which Marvel character would be the first to publicly acknowledge whether or not their show is returning on Disney Plus, of course it would be She-Hulk. The self-aware fourth wall breaking heroine played by Tatiana Maslany is one of several characters introduced on the streamer whose fate has yet to be acknowledged. But it seems Maslany has an idea, and it's not very encouraging. She asked if she thought She-Hulk Attorney at Law would be returning for a second season. Quote, I don't think so. I think we blew our budget, and Disney was like, no thanks. I'm sure that will appease a certain basement-dwelling clientele who probably have She-Hulk posters on their wall in like bikinis and shit from the 90s, but can't stand this because a woman is in it, and she's not like being fridged or whatever. Look, I enjoyed most of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. It was something different, and it was fine. The ending really kind of killed it for me, but that's kind of par for the course with these Disney shows. The endings just kind of they get to a point, and then it's like we're gonna break the fourth wall too much, and then just kind of cop out, or we're gonna give you a pound cake speech. That wasn't even a pound cake speech. It was more like in Demolition Man when John Spartan was talking to the underground, dwelling people and the people above ground. He was like, "Well, you need to get a little dirty. You a lot cleaner." And I don't know, we figure it out then. I was like, all right, like, is this what we doing? Is this what we doing, Captain America? Like this is not the rousing speech that is gonna bring the nation together. But yeah, it's your first try. You can do it and try again.
Look, this show had a lot of issues. Look, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Terrence is gonna say, yeah, one of them is it's not funny. Which is
yeah, it wasn't. I didn't find it very funny.
Yeah. I think the show it needed a little bit. Like I liked parts of it. I liked a good amount of it, but like the goofiness got really goofy. That last episode was like really weird, and the CGI just was not there. That budget was not there. I don't know that I need a second season. I'm not against having a second season. But I think what needs to happen is it needs to take a little bit less of a stupid tone in some ways. Like I didn't mind the sort of almost Ally McBeal style that they were going for in the first season, but I think maybe if you can push it a little bit into a little out of that zone just a bit, like give me, I don't know, 80-20, that sort of thing, then I wouldn't be mad about it. But they got to shore up the CGI. Now, I'm sure when it comes to the movie budgets and stuff like that, when she shows up in the films, I'm sure that's a totally different story, right? But you're super limited on what you can do on TV without blowing your budget. But I'm sure she's not incorrect about them absolutely destroying their budget when it comes to just the television season. So I don't know. I don't need a second season, but I'm not mad if they do it. If they want to flesh out the character a little bit more. But I think if you're going to flesh out the character, you got to really dig into who she is, not so much how she sees the world, like externally. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity as well for her. So we'll see.
I don't think this character's showing up in movies. I don't think this character comes back.
You don't think so at all?
No, I don't think this character is going to show up in a movie. What movie?
Oh, I think so. There's a lot of talk that there's a Hulk movie on its way.
Okay,
rights.
but so no movie that's been announced.
Yeah, not yet.
All right.
So.
I don't think this character's showing up in any movies. Which kind of sucks. Because I actually like the character. The one thing about the show that I didn't like is the fourth wall breaking at the end, right? Like,
it was too much.
Yo, I don't need you to bust through the screen and jump down the Disney Plus menu and jump into another that's a little too much.
Yeah, that was way too.
It's too much. You did all that shit, and then you copped out on the actual story, right? Like, so that's my thing. They copped out at the end from a story perspective. I don't care about the fourth wall breaking. It's cute. And that's what the show was, cute. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like you said, I wouldn't mind seeing this character again. I don't think she's gonna show up though. But I don't know. That's that. Vincent D'Onofrio confirms that Daredevil on Netflix is now canon. For all of you that didn't want to believe it. Straight from the Kingpin. In an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, Vincent D'Onofrio is revealing how the Marvel executives came together during the reshoots of Daredevil Born Again and decided to make Netflix's Daredevil canon to the MCU. The Echo television series certainly took some giant first steps in implying that the events of the Netflix show Daredevil or something very similar occurred in the MCU, but it seems that it wasn't until the reshoots for Born Again that the MCU brass decided to make it official. Yeah, why not? Quote, during our restart of all of the creative on Daredevil Born Again, all the creatives got together and said, look, this is how we've got to do it now. So we are for sure only speaking about it in terms of being directly connected to the original Daredevil, and that's a great thing. It brings in a lot of cool stories and all the collateral stories that happened in those original 3 seasons. All right, so good. Yeah. Apparently, so to be clear, he only makes mention that Daredevil is canon, not Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Nah, yo, go ahead and make them canon. Go ahead and make all those other ones canon too. Why not?
I'm good. Nah, I don't think so.
Yo, you can't. No, we're not doing this. You can't just erase fucking history just because the Living Weapon wanted to be a fucking yoga master, right?
No, that's the exact reason I would erase that history. Get out of here. No, I don't need Captain Milk Dud as Luke Cage either. Get out of here. Knock it off. Not niggerish enough for me. No. Nope.
See, but that's the thing. Luke Cage ain't a nigga, right? He ain't a nigga, right? He ain't a cornball either. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not just like
he's somebody's.
He's not
he's
weird.
Wearing this nigga tie.
And the thing is, I actually kind of wanted to see where that goes because at the end of that second season, he like essentially takes over and becomes like what Black Mariah was.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious as to see how they would handle that. But.
Yeah, I would have loved to see how they handle that on another season of Netflix's Luke Cage. That sounds awesome. Anyway, I'm going to need them to recast and be done with that. And look, I didn't even hate, honestly. I'm just being kind of a dick, but I didn't hate Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. I don't think he's the right actor for that role. I just don't think he is.
I agree.
When it comes to Iron Fist, throw it in the dustbin of history. I'm not trying to have Mr. Hold a light bulb under your hand, see what happens. Iron Fist, get out of here. Shit looked terrible. Like, no, absolutely not. I didn't think he was very good. I think people are like, oh, well, he could be great. He could be. No, we got enough of that. I got 2 seasons of it. That's enough. It's enough.
for the life of me, I will never understand why they didn't cast an actual martial artist to be in that role. Like, you could teach people how to act, man. Like, especially for this silly comic book show, yo.
Just
like,
do the stunts. You can have him. Just do the stunts with a guy who knows how to fight.
No, I don't want him either. Like, just get a guy that knows how to fight and teach him how to act, right? Because this dude obviously didn't give a shit about the role, right? like, you know how all these other actors are like
weight and all that other shit.
Not him.
Yeah, like he didn't do like he was built like my son, yo. Like he's built like a 5-year-old, yo. And it just like I didn't believe it. You know what I mean?
Holy shit!
But that is a big difference. That's really funny. Little bird chest. Shit is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the difference between when you sign up for a Marvel movie versus when you sign up to be on Netflix. When that was like Marvel Television, right? That was run by Jeff Loeb and stuff like that. Like, he didn't push for that. No, you're not going to be Iron Fist in the MCU proper and be like, no, I just want to have a yoga build. Is that cool? They're like, nah. Here's a picture of the comic book. You need to look like this. Like, all right, like that's it. Like, your hands got to be on fire, and you got to know how to fight. That's it. Like, it's just not that hard. Look, you don't want to do it? That's cool. We'll move on. So I don't need them to bring over Mike Coulter. I don't need them to bring over any of the canon from that. Frankly, I prefer if the Defenders did not exist. Like, that entire storyline does not exist in the MCU history. I don't think it's very good. It didn't make any goddamn sense. None of it.
What about Jessica Jones? I actually kind of like
Jessica Jones.
I like that first season of Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I like the first season of Jessica Jones. The second season was okay. The first season was really good. It had a very good villain and everything else, the Purple Man. I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with bringing Christine Ritter back for that role. Like, that's fine. But cast a new Luke Cage, cast a new Danny Rand. Sorry. Gone. And look, the problem is, even if you take all of the Daredevil stuff as canon, there's some things that are kind of fucked, right? Because that second season of Daredevil, I know people like to gloss over, but it's not very good. Like, it's actually kind of a mess, which is why they really did a return to form in that third season. Like, you could tell it was a big revamp. All that shit with the black sky with Elektra was terrible. All of that was terrible. It went nowhere. Just like Defenders went nowhere. They're digging a big hole in the ground. For what? There's a hole in the ground. You better look out. There's stuff at the bottom of it. What's that? There's a hole in the ground. You better look out. Like, that was Defenders. There was fucking nothing that happened. Ninja showed up, and it wasn't very good. The Hand showed up, and it wasn't very good. It sucked. So, look, take all the best parts, get rid of the rest, broom the rest of them fast.
Well, I mean, there's in the comics there is an Asian man who is an Iron Fist, so they might just do that. They might just do that and just be like, Danny who? Danny what? Because like at the end of the second Iron Fist, didn't he lose his powers or some shit? And Colleen Wing got him. Yeah, and he had like Iron Fist guns or some shit.
Yeah, which is another Iron Fist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again. Yeah, Terrence.
Yeah, again.
That's the only reason I brought it up, nigga. That's the only reason I brought it up.
You say guns?
Yeah,
I didn't watch any of the Iron Fist.
He had two gold blickies by the end. It was ridiculous. But that's comic.
You can chi out of his guns? Isn't that what the whole point is?
Yeah, essentially. He was playing GoldenEye shit.
Yeah, he learned a skill from another Iron Fist and got really good at shooting, which it looks very silly on live action.
So how were the guns imbued with the power?
Stop!
What?
Look! Knock it off.
Like, I just need to know.
Chi. Duh.
But he lost his power.
He got him
somebody else's chi. Somebody else's chi. Duh.
Yeah, he got him back. He did some training, and he got it back.
So they got infinite ammo?
Yeah, double blickies with infinite ammo. This shit looked terrible. It was really
Orson Randall. Orson Randall is the name of that Iron Fist who with the gold blickies.
Yeah. So they kind of just took that and gave it to him. But look, all that being said, God, it was so stupid. Yeah, they don't. I don't think they need those guys. Like, just recast. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think people are going to be that up in arms about it. To be honest, it's been that long. I don't think people are really going to give a shit.
4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, since those shows, right?
Yeah. Look, frankly, it's been long enough. Just hire the dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That dude was good. The guy who played Mac, just make him Luke Cage. He totally works. Totally works. That guy had he came off as a bit of an authority. I feel like people would be physically intimidated by him. Yeah, he had presence. Yeah. Call that guy up. Mac was awesome.
I like how you just indirectly called that dude a nigga. No, Michael is not niggerish enough. Get the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's a real nigga.
I mean, he was. I like Mac from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Christ. I know. I do too. Yeah,
he had a shotgun. He had he was in fact. He had a shotgun with an axe on it. He just carried it around. Yeah, that guy should have been Luke Cage. That was a mistake. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hope they make some sort of official announcements on more of the Defenders or whatever. It would be nice, by the way, if you're going to do it. Like if you're going to do all the street level stuff and you're bringing in Kingpin and all the rumored stuff, dude. Don't do an Iron Fist Luke Cage series or anything like that. Just do a Heroes for Hire movie or series. Just the two of them. They're already friends and they're going around New York kicking ass. Because that's a part of that whole thing that didn't really happen very well, which is them having any level of dynamic between the two of them. Very little of it, and it's kind of important. So it's a fine place to get two new actors. All right, next up, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is a massive flop. And how do I know? Because it's only been a month and it's going to digital. That's not good. It's not good at all. Did anyone see Aquaman? No?
I'm sure people saw it. I don't think anyone here saw it, but
no.
I'm trying to find
$378 million.
I mean, how much did it cost?
As much as,
$215 million. And
it made its
but
money
that's
back,
not
that's not successful.
Maybe. Well, no, but maybe because that's generally not including the marketing budget, which is normally $100.
I don't know how much marketing did that movie have because I didn't see. Again, I don't watch TV, so I don't know how many commercials it had. Was they showing the commercials for it a lot, Mikey? You the one that got cable, so I don't know.
It wasn't a huge push, right? It wasn't
I didn't see a lot of marketing for this movie, at all.
I saw some, but I saw some, but it wasn't oh my God, you got to go see this, right? This is I don't remember. I can't remember when it came out. But I remember some marketing, but it wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so it may have made something back, but not to be.
I mean, generally a movie's got to make twice its budget to be considered successful. If it's a flop, if it doesn't make its money back at all, and it's a hit if it's successful if it makes twice its budget. And this didn't. This made just over its budget, right. And all right, it is what it is.
Okay,
did better than
I can't imagine.
Oh, it did. That's true. But it's got to be a bit disappointing considering the first one made $1 billion, and that I think really hurt it. It just could not get anywhere close to that. So,
and from everything I heard, this movie is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anyone say anything good about it. So
I have not either. So
I saw one person, but she's a bit of a DC fangirl. So, I take her reviews seriously, but with a grain of salt in terms of DC stuff. Let's see. Let's
on YouTube that said anything that the DCEU was far better than anything that Marvel ever put out in the YouTube.
All right, yo.
YouTube
all right.
comment. And I was like, That's the wildest thing I've ever heard anyone say in my entire life. That's what I replied to him. He was like, it's true. I'm like, it's only a lie if you believe it. I'm like,
Right.
Like, okay, bro, you got it. That's like that's one of the wildest.
That's the dumbest. That is again, media literacy is an all-time low. Yeah. Like just say you like those movies. Like, just say
they
you
tried
like
different things. That makes it better. I'm like, yeah, but that don't make it good, nigga. I only responded once, and I'm like,
different things. Different things. What with the cast? Because that's about it.
They did a boilerplate superhero universe as well. It just had a darker color palette. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I was like, I am flabbergasted that you would say something like that and honestly be serious about it. I can't tell if you're serious or not, but this is why I don't fucking interact with people online unless I really feel like being a dick.
Like it's a legitimate waste of time. Like it's a legitimate waste of time. Don't talk to people you don't know. Like, nah, don't fuck that. Find your group of friends. Stay in your bubble. That's the best thing for you for your mental health. Remember when people expand your bubble, meet new people? Nah, that's a mistake. That's a terrible idea. Like, get the fuck out of here. Don't talk to strangers. Your parents taught you that when you were a kid.
Yeah, meet new people when you're young. When you're older, like I know who I like. Yeah, I know what I like. I know who I like. I know who I want to spend my time with. And ain't none of y'all.
Like again, I'm gonna spend time talking to people who thought that the ghost was real. It was a real ghost in Night Country. Absolutely not. Like absolutely not. Nah,
when it came out, it was actually a ghost.
Look, if it comes out and it's a ghost,
then I'm an idiot.
Right, I'll be wrong. I will be wrong. I will be like, oh man, I guess I was wrong.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild, yo.
That's crazy.
It shouldn't have been a ghost because that was dumb. Would be my response. They got it wrong. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? All right, next up, Emmy results, or as I wrote it, the secession beef with the bear, because who else was even there? Secession, beef, and the bear won just about everything. Quickly, drama series goes to secession, comedy series goes to the bear, limited series goes to beef. Lead actor in a drama series, Kieran Culkin in Secession. Lead actress in a drama series, Sarah Snook for Secession. Lead actor in a comedy series, Jerry Allen White for The Bear. Lead actress in a comedy series, Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary. By the way, that's a big deal.
Second time that's ever been won by a black person. A black woman.
A black woman. That's a big deal.
Not since the fucking Jeffersons, nigga. Like,
which is crazy. Right. But the wild thing is, and somebody posted this in on Reddit, and it really did make me feel good when I saw it. They posted an image of Quinta Brunson doing her like from her first skits she used to do online to her winning the Emmy. And I was like, yo, we've literally watched her through her whole career. Like, that's dope as fuck, yo. Like, doing the little skits and then getting on, what's that fucking website she used to be on all the time? I can't remember. They always had those, like, stupid questionnaires and everything else. Like, she would do skits for them, and then, she'd, like, just kind of worked her way up, and then getting on Abbott, pitching Abbott Elementary, and then winning an Emmy. Like that's she literally has, as far as actors go and stuff like that, like she did the American dream. Like that's really fucking awesome. And she's great on Abbott Elementary. She deserves all the credit in the world.
That show is amazing, man. That show is really good. And I generally don't watch those type of like office style mockumentary style situation comedies, but that show's really good. It's really funny. Usually when my wife is like, this is really funny, you should watch it, I'm like Terrence when it comes to me, right? I'm like, is it?
Turns out, yeah, she's right. She's right about two things. Yeah. She was right about Abbott Elementary, and she was right about Lyft. So,
which is very funny. I fell asleep halfway through. God damn. She probably didn't even fall asleep halfway through. They're probably like 30 minutes in.
His name is Cyrus. out. Lead actor in a limited series or movie, Stephen Yeun for Beef. Lead actress in a limited series or movie, Ali Wong for Beef. Supporting actor in a comedy series, Ebon Moss-Barack for The Bear. Supporting actress in a comedy series, Ayo Edebiri for The Bear. Supporting actor in a drama series, Matthew McFadden for Secession. Well deserved. Supporting actress in a drama series, Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus. Oh, look, we have a difference. One time, or the second difference. Supporting actor in a limited series, Paul Walter Hauser for Blackbird. I hear that's a really good series on Apple TV. I've heard good things about that. Supporting actress in a limited series or movie, Niecy Nash for Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Then more writing stuff, The Bear wins, Secession, fucking the Beef again. Like, I think The Bear and Secession tied for 6 Emmys.
And Beef won 5.
And Beef won 5. So, yeah. Those were very,
I'm looking at some of these. Like Ali Wong and Stephen Yeun. Like the other people that were in the running for it. Did you see any of these other shows? No. Lead actress in the limited series. Liz Kaplan was very good in Flashman is in Trouble.
Yeah, she was. She was really good.
Dominic Fishback was very good in Swarm. I don't know, man. I feel like they just gave, like I'm going to be kind of an asshole. They just gave the 2 Asian people the wins because, look, you know how Hollywood is.
Yeah.
Because again, some of these performances, I do think they were a little bit, like I loved Ali Wong in Beef, but some of these performances I think were actually better. Like Dominique Fishback was really good in Swarm. Like very good.
I think she has a pretty big career ahead of her.
Yeah, she's pretty young. I mean, Ali Wong's not exactly old.
No, that's not my implication. I'm just saying Dominique Fishback, just because she's so good at such a young age. Yeah. I mean,
30.
I liked Ali Wong a lot, but yeah, I mean, I really like Lizzie Kaplan in Fleshman's in Trouble, man. Like, ooh, that's a difficult one. I don't know, but I hear your point. I definitely hear your point.
Daniel Radcliffe was good and weird, the Al Yankovic story, but like that was only one movie. It was only like an hour and 45 minutes.
Right.
Evan Peters was very good, but like it's about Jeffrey Dahmer, so
yeah, I feel like he kind of.
Kamal Nanjiani, I actually watched Welcome to Chippendales. That was very good too. Kamal Nanjiani was good in that.
I watched a couple episodes of that. I liked it.
Right.
So look,
that was kind of tough.
But it's a pretty good year for television. I mean, I'm just looking at the stuff that the shows that were nominated. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. And look, Welcome to Chippendales was on Hulu. Like that was a Hulu original, and that's up there. Like where Hulu had a reputation for having terrible original content for a long time. It was like there was nothing worth a damn coming out of Hulu. But yeah, they're making their mark too. So that's awesome.
This is how good television is. Okay, here's a stat that I heard. I'll have to double check it. Here's a stat that is mind-boggling.
Oh, Fleshman's in Trouble, by the way, was also Hulu. Go ahead.
Better Call Saul has been nominated for every single season and has never won an Emmy.
What?
That's how good television is in this era.
Television is a beast. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Because everyone talks about how that's like the best show on TV.
Some people say it's better than fucking Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I've heard.
Right.
I've heard some people say it's better than Breaking Bad, and it has never won, which is, I guess it is. It does kind of suck to be a straight white male, huh? Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Like,
nah. I'm gonna clip it out. I'm gonna clip that out. Nah, I'm gonna clip it out. Finally, Terrence admits the truth. It's hard for white men. Well, it was funny. What is it? Kieran Culkin, when he went to accept his award, he was like, thank you. He was like, suck it. What's his face from The Last of Us? Pedro Pascal. He was like, Oh, suck it, dude. I'm glad I beat you. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Wow, I cannot believe Better Call Saul's never won an Emmy. That's insane.
It's just kind of wild, yeah.
Like, yeah, TV is a beast, man. TV is a beast. But it just goes to show you, it's not even like the shift of quality from movies to television has been so drastic, especially coming out of the pandemic. Like people are home. People are home. And for some reason, people just don't get that people are just not going to theaters anymore. That's why these movies are not making billions of dollars anymore. People are just not going. And look, people are drawn into the zeitgeist of the week with all of these TV shows. So,
plus, why do you have to go to the movies when if you just wait 28 days, the blockbusters of Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom will come home to you?
You know, I've been meaning to actually mention that. I am now. I was 100% on the record saying this is awesome that the release window is now down to 45 days. I'm going to go back on that and say this is the worst thing they could have done to movies ever. It's a terrible fucking idea. It's a terrible idea because if you have an inkling that a movie might not be amazing, you can just be like, it's only 45 days, and there's a myriad of things on television to watch to keep me occupied.
That's the first thing my wife always asks. She was like, "Hey, I hear that Origin movie is really good." I said, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to it." She's like, "Is it available for streaming yet?" That's the first words out of her mouth
wife too.
Every single time a new movie comes out, because like most people apparently don't want to go to movies anymore. Look, I was dead wrong, man. I thought movies were going to bounce back, but that's me being a big like theater goer. Like I love going to the movies, but no, apparently not, guys. People are like, nah, bring this shit home to me.
I mean, and the thing is, like, and that's why it slightly bothers me. Like, I get the argument about like superhero movies not making the amount of money they used to make, right? Like, I get it. Or like the Marvel movies specifically, like the quality is clearly taking a hit. I would not argue against that. But I would also argue when people are like, this only made $500 million. Yeah, dude. It's because people were rushing to the theaters. No one's rushing to the theaters, even if it's something that they think looks good. People are just like, it's only 45 days. And I can watch Better Call Saul or Beef or whatever. I got plenty of shit to watch. I have too much to watch in reality. There's I turn on my television, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to watch. There's so much. There's so much. And I'm like, all right, I got to finish Monarch. I got like 3 or 4 series going, and all of them are very good. All of them are good. I shouldn't give a fuck about Monarch, but I do. It's really good. They nuked a Godzilla in the face.
Monarch does what? Monarch does what I think Godzilla -1 has done. Like, because everyone that has seen Godzilla -1 is saying that you give a fuck about the human characters. Like most of the time when you go to see a kaiju movie, you just want to see 2 kaijus fighting. Like Monarch makes you care about I finished the season. You give a fuck about the humans because like Godzilla doesn't show up that much in the series. He just doesn't, and there's other monsters too. But like it's more about them than him, and it's really good, man. You should check it out, Mike, whenever you get a chance, if you decide to do so.
Yeah, like and we had made fun of that when that show got announced. We're like, we're not here for that. But like when you watch it, you're like, I actually am here for that. Like,
this makes fucking sense, man.
Yeah, it's really good. And the thing about that series that drives me crazy is it exists in the world of those dumb fuck movies. So you're watching it and you're like, oh right. This is the one where fucking King Kong is like, he does the Die Hard jump. Like, oh shit, I gotta get off the boat. Like, it's the same series. It's the same series. Yeah, there are characters like John Goodman's character in Kong Skull Island. There's a younger person playing him in this. Yeah. Right? Like, he's a major character in the show. So it's wild. And like you said, there's other monsters and stuff like that. There are, not necessarily like kaiju size, like not to the size of like Godzilla or whatever, though there are a few of those. But it's so smartly done. Like, what would happen to Japan if Godzilla showed up? Like, they have Godzilla systems now. Like, warning systems and signs on the street. Like if there's a fucking drill, like you got to get to the subway tunnels and stuff. Like they have all of those things in consideration with this through line of like this human story. It's amazing. I'm like, this is where you should have started this series of movies. Started here and then built out. But they did the reverse. They were like, I don't know, giant fucking mech Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah. Like, that's what they did. And it's stupid. It'll be interesting to see if the show...
I think like 1955 or 1947 through 1955, and then it jumps to 2015, right after Godzilla destroys San Francisco.
Right.
Like it's G-Day, and it's him. It's like the first episode. It's not really spoiling anything. It's the first episode is Godzilla destroying San Francisco, and the repercussions after that. And they explain like Wyatt Russell was playing younger Lee Shaw, and Kurt Russell was playing like present day Lee Shaw.
Yep.
And it explains everything. Like, why the fuck is this nigga so technically young, considering he was in the army in 1950 something? It's like I was surprised. I ran through the entire season, and then I had to wait for the last 2 episodes to eat for the 2 weeks. But it's good. It's very good.
It has no reason to be as good as it is. It doesn't. It should be dumb as fuck, but it's not. It's really well written.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll never get an Emmy, just like Better Call Saul.
It ain't going to Emmys. It's good, but like there's way too many. There's a lot of fucking, and the fucking visual effects are good.
Yo, they're stupid good. They're like
it doesn't make sense how good they are.
No, yo, and look, again on the record saying Apple TV is not making good series. I have to take that back. Yo, they have had a lot of fucking serious high quality shit over the last couple of years. Like they really have. And Monarch is one of them. Yeah, the special effects are movie grade. Like they are. They do not, you're not like, oh, that doesn't look great. No, that shit looks really good. All of it. It's amazing. All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. Micah, take it away.
An advertising agency is being accused by former employees of moving its offices from the city to a remote mountain area to force them to quit and avoid paying them compensation.
Okay, that's a real shit move, yo.
Corporations suck. In what has been described as one of the most extreme tactics to convince employees to resign, an advertising agency based in downtown, wherever this is, allegedly moved its offices to a rural mountain area with very limited transportation options. The accusations were made by a former employee who claimed to be a part of a large part of the staff to leave the company due to new working conditions. The man, only known as, if I say it, it'll give it away, says that the company notified them that they would have to travel to a new location in the mountains, which required a 2-hour commute one way, with very limited options for those without a personal car. So, I mean, you nailed it.
China? Is that what he said?
No, he nailed it. Yeah, he nailed it. I sorry I didn't give you a chance. He nailed it. The man known only as Chang.
Okay.
You see how that could have gave it away.
Oh, that's fine.
Since we're talking about a real person, I will not do the voice. My colleagues without vehicles had to rely on a bus that ran every 3 hours and then walk another 3 kilometers through the mountain paths to reach the office, Chang said, adding that a taxi ride from the nearest railway cost about 60 yuan or $8. And the company refused to cover the costs. The new location was allegedly not only remote, but also lacked basic amenities, forcing female employees to travel to the nearest village to use a public toilet.
Yo, come on,
the number of stray dogs in the area also made it unsafe, especially after dark. Despite several complaints from employees, management refused to do anything about the situation. Eventually, After several unsuccessful complaints to higher-ups, 14 of the 20 employees, including Chang, turned in their resignations. However, just 4 days later, they were shocked to discover that the company had relocated back to the city and was actively looking for new employees.
Wow, dude. Come on. No, you got to sue them. You got to sue them. Somebody got to get fought. Like, that's a fucked up thing to do.
Oh, man.
Like, no. They really wanted y'all out of there. God damn.
I mean, that's hilarious to me, man. Like, it's fucked up, but
that's a real what the fuck story. God damn. Terrence, you're up.
Man undergoes penis enlargement procedure, sues doctor after organ shrinks. A man is suing the doctor he paid for a penis enlargement procedure after his sexual organ allegedly shrunk by 1 centimeter following. Well, it's 1 centimeter. It's not that bad, bro.
Well, it depends on how much he had to lose.
Nah, yo, if you doing all that, getting enlarged. I'm gonna need you to hold the chart right. Don't hold the chart upside down, nigga. Hold it the right way.
Significant shrinkage.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. A wealthy banker from this place is seeking $16,500. That's the conversion rate in compensation from Dr. Haluk, the man who was supposed to help him enlarge his penis in both length and girth, but ultimately caused it to shrink. This guy claims that the doctor promised him an extra 3 centimeters, which is 1.1 inches, in both length and girth, but after 2 botched procedures, he ended up with 1 less centimeter than he originally had. It's not funny. Because I'd be pissed.
He was fucking tight. He pulled that ruler out. He was fucking mad.
He said, "Oh, this nigga took a centimeter off." The banker's lawyer told a judge of the first civil court of first instance that he had to endure excruciating pain that left him unable to walk properly for a month, and was, well, you got a procedure to enlarge your penis, dog. Like, either way, whether it was successful or not, it wasn't, which sucks.
I don't know, man. Just get a penis pump.
And was left with a shorter, severely scarred sexual organ.
Oof. Not worth it, dude.
According to documents presented, this guy, he underwent the first penis enlargement procedure clinic in January. Anyway, yeah. Where did this take place? Hold up, drink that.
I don't want to be a jerk about it, but I'm gonna have to say,
I'm thinking the same thing. The same thing.
It's either China or India. Sorry.
Turkey.
Oh, well, they got a lot of procedures.
Turkey.
Going on. See, he should have to get a fucking get a new haircut. Like, they're not famous for dicks.
Yeah, they're masters of that shit. And it's apparently very cheap. So 12 centimeters is 4.7 inches. So it was about a little under 5 inches is what his penis was. He wanted to add an extra inch to it. So it would have been 5.7.
Nah, bro.
A little under 6 inches. That's what he wanted. And he lost a centimeter. So he's down to like 4.4 inches now.
It's not funny, yo. Don't laugh at this man, yo.
It's not funny, yo. It's not. That guy got shafted.
Oh my god.
That was such a low-hanging fruit joke. It was very funny.
Not that low. Yo,
that's
wow. Yeah, you couldn't wait to get that one off.
I mean, but technically, here's the thing. From the human anatomy perspective, isn't like the what is it? The clitoris, the inside, isn't it only like 3 inches in on a woman? So
I don't know. I've never found
a lot.
Sorry.
So it's not, you don't need a lot, you just need earth, I guess. Or just use your finger. Because women get off with roses. They don't stick a rose in their vagina.
No, that's not.
So you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot.
Yeah, you just gotta know what you're doing, man.
No, the people who care about men's penis sizes are men, like 100%.
Yeah, they want to impress all those dudes at the gym.
Yeah.
They want to Captain Morgan while they're washing off and shit, and they want to.
I never understand that. I never understand it.
It's weird. It's weird.
I'm like in this aspect only. I'm like a young teenage boy. Relax. I don't want my pants down near a bunch of dudes in gym class. Nope. Get my shit and get out of there. I'm not standing around. Hey, look at my ball sack. Why, yo? Why? It's like the older they get, yo, the more old men want to have their dicks out. I don't get it.
Don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, you just don't care.
You don't.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't. Nah, man. Nah.
No, yo, you got to find a better way.
I don't want scissors next to my penis.
Oh no! You got to find a better way.
So he lost a centimeter.
Weights off or something. I don't know, man.
So he still got 4 inches.
Yeah.
You know. Like that's all. Like I don't know.
Look, it might.
It was like 5. It's like 4.5.
So where is this? Is it Turkey? You probably be all right. Or not? Move to China.
Like,
You'd be impressive.
I don't know anything about any of that.
That's unfortunate for him.
That's funny.
My story. Man digs 40-meter deep hole in his kitchen after dreaming he would strike gold. Yeah, this is a real person thought this. He's also quoted as saying, quote, "I thought that the ghost in Night Country was real." End quote. Yeah, he's not a smart person either. A Brazilian
40 meters.
Well, I just gave it away. Sorry. A Brazilian man tragically lost his life by plunging down a deep shaft as he dug in his kitchen after dreaming that he had struck gold. The 71-year-old dreamed of enrichment ended as a nightmare that claimed his life. His lifeless body was found at the bottom of an exceptionally deep well he and his neighbor had dug under his kitchen in some Brazilian municipality. The man had reportedly dreamt that there was gold deep under his home, and his neighbor was dumb enough to go along with it, and that all he had to do was dig to get it. He even told his neighbor about his dream, and even though he was laughed at in the beginning, De Silva was actually able to convince the man to assist him with the digging. Unfortunately, the treasure hunt ended in disaster when the 71-year-old plunged to his death while trying to exit the 40-meter hole.
40 meters is 131 feet. God damn, dog.
Hope it was worth it, dog.
So,
it was not.
It wasn't. There was no gold.
You don't know that.
What? I mean,
there's a lot of people digging illegal holes, just like in that story in New York. Did you see that? They
were just digging tunnels under synagogues and shit.
Yeah, they evacuated the building. They're like, this could collapse,
you
idiots.
Up the foundation, nigga.
You fucking morons. What are you doing? They're like, oh, sorry.
Dummies.
This is wild. Yeah, it is unfortunate.
So did he find the well and then he just kept digging it deeper and deeper?
No, it was in his kitchen. It was in his kitchen. He just dug a hole. He had a dream, Terrence. And this is why I don't want to hear about people's dreams. They're stupid. Your dreams are dumb. Nobody cares about it.
Have you fucking plummet into your death in a 132-foot hole. All right. Well, yeah.
I hope it was worth it. That's crazy.
Yeah, yo. Stick to fucking dance fighting, yo. Get out of here, man.
With that,
that's what all Brazilians know, right? All Brazilians know capoeira.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. They all have that same haircut. All the black ones have that.
They are if they black, they have to have it. You have to have it. You have to have a fucking dreaded drop fade.
Yo, the one that Johnny did of Brad is fucking hilarious.
Nigga, Brad, he did it because Brad was like, I think I could pull it off.
He's not wrong. It worked. Trailers this week. That shit was funny as hell. Trailers this week, just one for Spaceman. This is Adam Sandler's upcoming movie with Carey Mulligan and Paul Dano. This looks very good, and this is directed by the dude who did Chernobyl. So probably going to be great. I like seeing Adam Sandler try something different. This looks excellent. Look, I don't like spiders at all.
Yeah, I don't like them either. I didn't find that very. I was looking at the trailer and I was like, "Is that a spider?" And then it cut to another scene like, "That is a spider." I don't like that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this because this looks. I'm gonna have to get over myself, but I think this looks phenomenal. It reminds me very much of Moon, which is a very good sci-fi movie as well, about a guy who's kind of losing his mind as he's alone in space.
It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, this
man.
is
Netflix is so
real
fucking weird, yo. Netflix is so fucking weird. What the fuck?
Like, they're just all over the place, man.
But they did Uncut Gems too, right? That was a Safdie movie. That was
no, I don't think that was.
That was a Netflix movie, dude. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Uncut Gems.
I didn't think so.
All right.
I don't think so.
It was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's an A24 movie. I thought that.
Okay.
But I thought that.
It's an A24 movie on Netflix.
No, but I think they had a deal with Netflix for that movie. I'm not just distributing it like after the fact. I'm pretty sure it was a joint thing. Yeah, distributed by A24 Netflix. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, distributed, not produced. They didn't make it.
Oh, I thought they were more involved in the back end. But okay, there you go. But either way,
that movie's too good. That movie's too good.
It's right up there with Red Notice. Uncut Gems, Red Notice, Head of Stone, Lift. Yeah,
they don't even have domestic distribution. They distributed it internationally. Nah, get out of here. Don't let them claim that. Don't let them claim Uncut Gems.
Shit.
Look, quite frankly, I don't want them to claim this. But apparently they fucking knocked that out of the park. From what it looks like. Look, this movie looks really good. I'm really glad that, I'm not an Adam Sandler comedy fan. His comedy just didn't do anything for me.
They piss me off is what they do. Like, because
But I'm glad to see him, do what most comedians do as they mature. Like they start to do other things. They start to do drama. Because if you can do comedy, you can do drama. If you can do drama, you can't necessarily do comedy.
No.
Right? So I'm really, and I always love seeing comedians take like dramatic roles. Like it's because they usually knock it out of the park. And it'd be the goofiest comedians too, man. Like fucking Jim Carrey and shit. Like that dude was Fire Marshal Bill, nigga. Right. Like
I want to see Steve Harvey do a fucking drama. Obi Katie.
Mr. Potato Head?
Oh no, that's I just want to see if he got the chops. I don't think
he does not.
I mean, he got the chops because he got big ass teeth. But that's about it.
Yeah, this looks wonderful though. Like it really strikes me as a movie like really worth people's time. I'm rooting for this. Like just like Uncut Gems, I was super rooting for that. Like I like to see him try stuff like this because the guy has real talent. What was that movie he did where he was like, it was a basketball movie he did pretty recently for Netflix as well, I thought.
Yeah, with Netflix too.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I was going to say, you watched it, right?
Yeah, that was good. I actually really liked it. Like when Netflix said that they're working with Adam Sandler to do like 8 movies or whatever, I thought they were going to all be like, Little Nicky, right? Like, and I'm like, ugh. But I'm really glad to see that, he's doing a lot of. They're not the same type of movie. You know what I mean? Like I thought they were all going to be Pixels. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! No. Yeah, no thanks.
But he also has those what the fuck? I think there's two of them, murder mystery. on Netflix
Oh,
that
they
are
got
always
a
like
couple, they
number
got a
one
couple
when
of
they come
like,
out,
yeah, dumbass movies. Don't get it
but
wrong.
they always jump to number one when they come out on Netflix. Even the
Well, because
trash.
you
That's why Netflix.
but Netflix will put it up there, right? It'll be the first thing you see when you turn it on, and then most people when they watch Netflix, they're like, "Oh, click," and then just turn on the first thing because they don't know what to watch. But
He had a movie called Click, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Wasn't he in a movie called Click?
yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I'll watch movies like this. Thank you very much.
Hustle,
but yeah,
Hustle was the name of that movie. It was really good.
oh, the basketball movie. Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
So, all right, there you go. Yeah, it's it looks interesting. Very interesting. All right, any parting words before we get out of here?
No.
Okay. All right, that's it for us. We will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Take it easy.